After a girl from Switzerland decided to stay in Africa for the sake of a Maasai man, it didn't take long before her husband started hitting her. Wanting to make life easier in the future, Carola bought a car. But even though the Maasai man had no idea how to drive, he insisted on getting behind the wheel after villagers kept joking that he had married a rich woman. Unsurprisingly, he ended up crashing the car straight into a tree. Furious, Carola lost her temper with him for the first time. Without saying a word, Leon walked away, and once Carola cooled down, she hurried after him to apologize. She explained that if she bought a car, it was basically their car, which made the whole tribe excited. Later, Carola returned to Switzerland and announced a major decision. She was going to marry into the Maasai tribe. After selling off the assets she had built over the years, she returned to the village once again. Real love, after all, is supposed to be a two-way street. The moment they saw each other again, they were overjoyed. Carola also brought many modern conveniences to the remote tribe, and the villagers were thrilled. One day, she put on the wedding dress she had brought from Switzerland and became the most beautiful bride in Africa. But it didn't take long for her to realize how inconvenient life far away from the city could be, so she decided to open a small shop in the village. On one hand, it would improve the tribe's quality of life, and on the other, it would help her earn some money herself. Carola wasted no time getting started. Right then, however, someone rushed over begging for help. A woman in labor had collapsed to the ground, and the situation was critical. Carola asked the men nearby to help carry the woman into the car, but Leon refused to move. In the tribe, men were forbidden from touching women. After endless pleading from Carola, he finally agreed to help, then immediately ran off as if he'd broken some sacred law. Even though gas was expensive, Carola drove as far as she could, only for the tire to blow out halfway there. In the end, the woman lost her baby. Carola nearly broke down, but an elder comforted her and reminded her that it wasn't her fault and life still had to go on. Eventually, the little shop Carola built out of sheet metal officially opened, and villagers flocked there to buy things. Watching his wife become successful made Leon quietly uneasy. As the days passed, Carola managed the shop while Leon spent his days herding sheep from dawn till dusk. Before long, they were expecting a child of their own, but unexpectedly, Leon started becoming suspicious, convinced the baby Carola was carrying wasn't his because she interacted with men every day at the shop. Faced with such ridiculous accusations, Carola completely fell apart. To ease his doubts, she followed Leon's wishes and moved back into their shabby little hut. After hearing what had happened, Leon's mother scolded him harshly, reminding him that Carola had nobody else there except them and asking how he could treat her that way. After thinking it over, Leon apologized to Carola. But when Carola returned to the shop a week later, she discovered that the shelves were getting emptier while the money box somehow wasn't getting fuller. It turned out Leon had been letting villagers buy things on credit. Staring at the thick stack of unpaid tabs, Carola angrily lectured him, but he only responded calmly before walking away. A few days later, Carola went into labor herself. Because resources there were so limited, the experience was extremely painful, and in the end, the embassy had to send a plane to take her away.